At Adaptive Textiles, we put out between 200 and 300 pillows per week. Most of those are knife-edge pillows with invisible zippers. But in the past few years, we've focused on developing a method for knife-edge pillows with metal zippers because of customer requests. We're using beautiful fabric from Christy Kohut Studio. The collection is bright and colorful, and each pillow is branded with this adorable patch. My name is Janelle, and I'm here with Yasmin, our resident pillow expert. The pillows have been prepped. This is an 18-inch by 18-inch finished pillow. The front and backs have been cut to 19 inches square, and the bottom edges have been serged. For an 18-inch pillow, we use a 15-inch metal zipper, and that means that the teeth measure 15 inches. The tape's usually considerably longer than that. The first step is to place and mark the zipper. So Yasmin, what are you doing here?
I'm centering the zipper and marking the teeth.
Looks like you're using a fabric marking pen. And then you're measuring in. What are you doing here?
I'm measuring half an inch up from that marking, and then a quarter inch across.
So half inch up.
Half inch up, and then quarter inch in. In. And then that would give me where I'm gonna stitch, where I'm gonna stop the stitching.
Got it. Okay.
On both sides. I'm using half an inch seam allowance and stitching to the second mark. And continuing to the other side, starting at the mark and finishing at the end. I like to clip the threads as I go. Now I am marking a quarter inch above the outer dot, making it exactly a quarter inch above the stitch.
Yasmin, that dot's pretty critical, isn't it?
Yes, we are gonna make a relief cut to that dot.
And it's gotta be right there.
Yes.
So basically that cut is going to just miss the stitch and then go a quarter inch diagonally, right,
yes,
above, and you'll stop right there. That's the key to these metal zippers, right there.
Yep.
Here's Yasmin's origami folding.
It has to be very straight.
So you're squaring up the corners. You got face side down, but you fold it under. And
adding a little glue
so it doesn't fray.
Yes.
This is a 100% linen that we're working with, which has its own problems, but in some senses it's easier to work with because it takes the crease, and so you're able to get this fold and make it really exact. Whereas other fabrics that don't accept the crease too well, sometimes more difficult to line up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Luckily, most of this collection is on 100% linen or cotton linen blends.
Yes.
So with the zipper down, face down, you're back tacking right here on the end. How far are you stitching there?
Just right at the edge of the cutting that we did.
And that fold back, so that's the corner, right?
Yes, the corner. Do not pass that, because then
it can't flip.
Yeah, you can't flip it.
And you're right up next to the teeth. Looks like you move to the other side. Fold back.
Same thing.
Pressing seam allowance open.
Make sure it's all open and there's no fabric cut up on the bottom.
Yeah. Nothing caught under there. Squaring things up. Your little dabble do ya. And you're putting that right in the corner.
Yes, yeah, just right, just a little bit to hold it. Make it nice and straight.
And it's that exact placement where your stitch can't go beyond.
Yes.
You're doing your back tacking.
Mm-hmm. Checking just to make sure.
A little peek.
Yeah.
Make sure you're right in that corner, right?
Mm-hmm. Cutting my strings.
Oh, you're brave. You don't even check the face to make sure it's right anymore.
Yeah. I used to like constantly, but now. As long as I know that I didn't pass that little edge.
Corner.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that cut.
That point.
Mm-hmm.
The critical dot.
Yes. That makes a big difference.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
I am about to stitch one side of the zipper. I gotta make sure that that folding
The dot?
The dot, that I don't stitch above that.
So you're passing right through that dot.
Yeah.
Pulling the
Just that one little stitch that it needs to hold it for when it gets full.
And so here you're going from this side, the zipper is hidden underneath.
Yes.
But you know where the zipper is because
you feel the teeth. Yeah.
And you're using a skinny foot, so the skinny foot, edge of the skinny foot is is feeling up against those teeth.
Yeah.
That's another reason why it's easier to use a linen fabric that's not super heavy, huh?
Yes.
Because you can really feel it.
Yeah. You can feel where you're going. And then doing the same thing, making sure I don't go beyond that dot.
You're right to that dot, and you actually cross over it, but you make sure there's no fabric caught,
yes,
right? You crossed over it.
Mm-hmm.
You nailed the dot. There was a needle right in that dot, and then you just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Running over like that keeps it so that you don't have a lot of thread cuts there at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's more secure that way.
Yeah.
So you're making sure there's no
fabric caught.
On your dot,
so
right?
with the glue, it tends to sometimes stick to the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta make sure all of it is out. So when I do the stitch, I get that little fabric.
Any threads,
yeah.
right? Any threads pulled out. There's those hands. Love those sewing hands.
Make sure it's all straight and lined up. And you don't even have to worry about how far you should go from the zipper because it should already be.
It just lines up.
Yeah, it lines up.
Yeah,
if you did the first pass good, then it should just line up.
So right there, are you pulling the zipper pull out of the way?
Yes, just to make the foot pass through. Then I'll just jump.
There you go. Exact stitch on that dot. And then
Close it.
voila.
Make sure
Oh my
the
gosh.
edges are good.
And then you give it a press.
Yep.
I notice you have your belly up against, so that is that holding the fabric?
Yeah,
as you
it
pull
holds
the other
one
end?
side so I can pull good from, so the zipper is noticeable in the front and there's no fabric pressing.
Because with these metal zippers, we want to expose them. I mean, that's the whole purpose.
Yeah.
We're not trying to hide them. And it's nice to have very even stitching so the teeth are exactly the same distance away from the fold of the fabric.
Yes.
Yeah. And now the easy part.
I'm making sure the fabric is matching.
And it looks like you're tapering corners?
Yes.
So you're in at 3/4?
3/4 and going to 1/2 inch in the middle and then going back out 3/4.
Needle down, sharp corner.
And from there I'll be starting at 3/4 and going all the way down to 1/2 inch. Making sure fabric is matching.
It's nice with those engineered designs. Huh?
Yes. And then back tacking and then cut. And then we serge.
Beautiful cleanup. Is this your favorite serger?
Yes. So smooth and easy to use.
Oh, and your corner turn technique.
Yep. Folding it, making a square. Pushing the corners.
If you need to. You don't often need to do that when you do it your way, though.
Yeah. Just, I like it.
You like to?
Yeah. I
This
want
is
to
a
make sure
final.
that it's nice and square at the corners.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There's the zipper.
Mm.
Then we stuff it.
And you're making sure that the seam allowances are
Facing the same
pushed
direction.
to one side so they're not turning midway. That's what you're doing
Yeah.
with your hand.
Pushing the seam allowance to face up. It's
Yeah, up or
easier.
down, just the
Yeah.
same along the side. Very good. Oh, look how pretty. Nice job.
Thank you.